Huh?
Smiling.
Smile every day. Tessie to wear.
That's what we say too.
Ty, PG,
Is it okay?
Yeah, make sure so.
Thank you.
the way PG was answering some questions, it kind of suggested that you guys are prepared to play without Kawhi tomorrow. Is Kawhi playing tomorrow?
We don't know yet. Yeah, we don't know yet, but you got to prepare both ways, and so we're not sure. And the guys are ready. We're ready to get going, and so you just got to prepare for everything.
Who would be the person tapped with starting in his place if he isn't ready?
I don't want to say.
You don't. So you have settled on someone then?
Yes.
Okay.
How difficult has it been trying to prepare for a team like Dallas, not knowing if you have the full roster available to you?
It's been great. We had a lot of days to prepare. Guys understand what we're doing, execute the coverages, and of course you have to change throughout the game because they have two dynamic scorers. You just can't give them the same look every possession. But we feel really good about our game plan and how we want to execute it.
How much does the stress level increase in the playoffs compared to the regular season?
I don't know.
You played?
I feel good in the playoffs. I don't know. You got to ask them. I feel good. Like I said, our guys feel good. This is what you play for to get to this moment, to have a chance to play for a championship. And so there's no better feeling. Making the postseason, making the playoffs, all the hard work you put in over the course of the season, and now you're finally here. I feel great. So
it doesn't change for you as a coach? Your stress level doesn't trigger anymore? You just stay the same cool dude you always have been?
Yes, sir.
What's the difference between coaching against Jason Kidd and coaching against Rick Carlisle? Comparing these two series.
They're both great coaches, and so there's no difference. Jay Kidd's done a phenomenal job, with this team, and they're playing the best basketball since I think after All-Star break, and once they made that trade, they've been really hard to beat. And so Jay Kidd's done a hell of a job, and so there ain't really no comparison. They both done a good job.
What's been the key to keeping everybody locked in? Obviously, everything about Kawhi and things on social media. How have you been able to help kind of facilitate helping these guys stay focused with the task at hand?
They've had sharp focus. They've been great, and so I give these guys a lot of credit for locking into the game plan, understanding what we're trying to take away, what we're willing to give up. You don't want to give up a lot of things, but what you're willing to give up. And we go through the plays now. They know it. We ain't got to talk them through it. They know exactly where they're supposed to be, what they're supposed to do. And so that's a good feeling going into game one.
Is there a level of, without Kawhi, there's going to be a lot on Paul and James's shoulders. Is there something you have to, say to them, conversation with them before you guys kind of?
Well, we don't know Kawhi. I wouldn't say that, as of right now. So, but it's on all of us. It's not just one player, two players. It's all of us collectively doing our jobs and doing the best we can do it. And so it's not on one or two guys, it's on everybody to produce, as well as me and the coaching staff as well.
You talk about your Coffey's ascension. You've been a fan of his for a long time. He's got to get a shot here, it seems like, being in the rotation. Where has he grown the most, and where do you think he will have his strengths in the playoffs?
He's grown confidence-wise. I think being able to have consistent minutes every single night, be able to grow as a player, make mistakes, playing 82 games, just having a real spot in the rotation has been really good for him. And so he's really developed. He understands what we need from him. He understands his role. And then defensively, be able to guard, different guys on a night-to-night basis has been huge for us.
What has Kawhi been able to do the last couple of days?
He shot yesterday. He was on the floor. Today, he'd be able to shoot more with a little bit more movement. And he's going to go through some of the practice as well, so we'll see after today, how he feels.
Will he have any contact?
No contact.
What do you think will determine if he plays or not tomorrow?
I don't know. Medical. I'm not that.
and Coach, you were able to get solid wins without Kawhi against Denver and Cleveland. How much does that do for you guys' approach and you guys' psyche as they get ready to prepare for a good Dallas team if Kawhi can't go tomorrow?
Yeah, if he can't go, we understand where we're at. And it was huge to get those wins, like you said, against Denver and the comeback win against Cleveland. Because it's been hard for us in the past to win without Kawhi, So that was good to see, especially going down the stretch. We needed those games, we needed those wins, and for those guys to step up and play the way they did. And then also, you got to include Phoenix in that as well, So those are some huge games for us.
Right. And, you mentioned that your guys being sharp and all that stuff, but they haven't really played And since that Phoenix game, meaningful minutes, how do you keep those guys sharp and being prepared to go against Dallas tomorrow?
Yeah, the practices we had, we've been able to play a little bit, get up and down a little bit. And, I take a little bit of rust, I take health, over rust, so it's not going to last a long time, even if I can't make a shot at a time or whatever. It's only been, 3 or 4 games. So I'm not even really worried about that part of it. I just really focus on just understanding the game plan, understanding those guys ready to execute the game plan, and what I've seen the last 3 or 4 days, they really locked in and they're able to do it.
Ty, do you come into a series kind of having an idea of how many guys you want to use in a rotation? Is it kind of fluid because you don't know what's going on with Kawhi? How do you kind of approach the amount of guys you kind of want to use in a series like this to start?
Like, I don't understand.
Like, do you already have like an 8-man rotation in mind that you want to use? Do you have like a 9-man?
9-man rotation. Yeah, just kind of see who can play in this series. You never know until the game start, so who can play in this series, who's struggling in this series, and so you can kind of get a feel after the first or second game, and then you can kind of start, limiting your rotation after that.
So should we stick with Lawrence Frank saying Kawhi is questionable?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Coach Tyrone.
Thank you.
I was going to ask you, the other day, Amir.
He said last question, so if I don't like it, I'm just going to get
Oh,
up.
no.
Okay. All right.
The other day, Amir said in preparation for the playoffs, like, it's wartime. Is that the mentality you need out of your guys, even as early as game 1?
Yes.
Did you like the question?
Yes.
I don't believe you.
Y'all have a good day,
Thanks,
man.
Coach.
Yeah, you have a good day. Oh, I got, man, feeling good. Last day of prep, man.
Let's get ready for Hoop Jab.